Hey, this is just a quick video. I wanted to show a problem I had with the metal um, oil filter cartridge. I switched from the OEM, which was usually the composite material. This is not the original one. This is an aftermarket I bought only because I've been using this one for several years, probably 8 years. Usually not a problem. And then I went to change the oil last week and I realized it was leaking. And what I discovered is that the center part where you see the gap in the trim, that broke off. I didn't realize it. I put the drain cap back on and then went about it, and then I started seeing a lot of oil dripping from the vehicle over time. Just a constant little drip when the engine was warm. So then I pulled it off and I saw that was missing. So like I said, I bought this probably 8 years ago and I switched it from the original one, and I thought I still had the original one, but I guess I tossed it. So if you went from the OEM to the metal one, it did well. Just when I went to tighten that down, the fatigue probably got to it probably, and it just broke that piece off. So like I said, this isn't an OEM, but it's an aftermarket. I got it on Amazon. I think it was about $25 to $30, because if you buy the OEM one from Lexus or Toyota, they run like $120 for this whole setup. Really, it's exactly the same. Got a new cap on it. The little clip there, I think, is meant to hold the cap. I think it snaps in there when you're changing the oil so you don't lose it. That's my guess. And the original one did not have that clip, but everything else is the same, and it's got the same center column in there. They're the same height, everything matches up. So I just wanted to point out that if you have one of these, if you ever switch to it, just be careful of that bottom piece. I didn't really torque it down. I usually don't, because it is just harder to get off. But it did well. Just wanted to kind of show this off a little bit. I'm not going to show how to take it off or the oil change, because I think most of you already know how to do that on these LSs. So it's pretty simple. And you can pull the cartridge out without changing the oil. Just make sure you use the plunger underneath there. I just put a piece of clear tubing on the end of the plunger you get with your oil filters to drain it into the oil container. So once you pull this off and drain the oil out of this, take this off, and then you can change the filter. Because how this all started was I would change my oil, like I said, and then I realized at the end that I got the wrong size filter. I got the filter for the ES350, not the LS, and they're a little bit shorter than the LS, so I had to pull this off, and the second time around is when that snapped off. So anyway, just wanted to let you guys see it, and if you run into the same situation, it's easy just to buy a new one. Like I said, the LS is turning 20 this summer in July. It'll be exactly 20 years old. It was made in July of 2006 for an 07 model. I got about 225,000 miles on it, and it's still running good. I did do some work at a shop to have some front end work done again. There was something weird with the steering, and it just seemed like it was loose, and replaced the sway bar end links under warranty, because they had done that back in 24, and then one of them failed, I guess. And then they replaced the tie rod ends, which all that together with labor was like $900. I didn't feel like doing it myself. Gets a little bit time consuming when you got to sit there with in your garage and do it. So, but after that, everything came out fine. I think it handles and steers a lot more smoother and a lot more solid. So that's about it for now. So I just wanted to show you that little oil leak, and now I got to change it and then clean up the mess in the driveway. All right, thank you much.